45 brand ambassador Cal here today, and I'm going to take you on a very quick whistle-stop tour of my craft room so that you can see two things. You can see how I store my Graphic 45 projects, and you can see my trolley where I keep all of my Graphic 45 papers and ephemera and bits and pieces so that they're always to hand when I start a new project. So just quickly, just behind me, this is the view that I have when I'm working in my craft room. So I've always got Graphic 45 in front of me. Not that I'm biased, but I think we've all established by now it's my favourite. Over here on the wall, I've got my latest G45 summer project, and then a couple of hoops that I made in a live with another Graphic 45 brand ambassador this year, Phoebe Tonisaki. And you can go back and you can watch these lives. They're on my YouTube, so you could just go back and have a look. And then here, and actually up here a bit as well, I've got my collection of Graphic 45 mini books. So this one you're going to recognise, that is my Graphic 45 Cottage Life mini, and you can still get all of the instructions for that on the Graphic 45 blog. And then here just a selection of other books, bits and pieces. This one, Nestling Behind by the Sea, that was the first book that I ever made on my own without using anybody else's tutorial. Then we've got Fairy Wings, and this one, which is, I love this because this is my wedding album. When Mark and I got married, whole wedding revolved around the Graphic 45 Christmas paper that year, which was the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, which I am so excited is out as a deluxe collector's edition this year. So I can feel some more wedding stuff coming on. Then here we've got last year's Christmas project, which was Let It Snow. And then projects that you're going to recognise, like, oh, that one, which was my audition piece. And then here we've got a current project, which is my pop-up book. But before I go any further, or before I show you how I store my Graphic 45, let me just get this straight. I want to show you this little mini. So here, this is my Alice book, and I'm going to show you this one because I just really love it. So when you open it up, you've got a tunnel book. So you can see here, just peering over the top, you can see here that this is like a tunnel, so you can see all the way through. And I don't have instructions for this because it's being taught in a retreat at the end of the year, but I just love Graphic 45 because it's just so versatile. You can do so much with it. So now I've shown you where I store my projects, let me show you where I store my paper so I can have it all to hand when I want to start something new. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is my Graphic 45 trolley. Now, you've seen these trolleys all over. You can get them all over the place. Very easy to come by, and I have several which I love, but this one I've turned into my trolley of delicious gorgeousness. So how am I storing my Graphic 45 stuff? Well, let me just take you on a quick guided tour. Here at the top, what I've got is all of my 12 by 12 papers. These, as you can tell, are some of the older collections, and then I've got patterns and solids and a lot of the newer collections here at the back. So for example, if I just grab and try and pull one out, you'll see that is the new Steampunk Spells, which I am looking forward to working with probably sooner rather than later. And then here, these are my older collections, and I have to show you this one because this is the one I reckon everybody who has Graphic 45 probably has a collection that got away, the collection that you wished that you'd bought that you didn't, and this was mine. And to say I was overexcited when I managed to get hold of some at a reasonable price and have it shipped over from the US, that was the understatement of the century. And that is Cityscapes. I've managed to collect some other bits and pieces as well from the collection, but that is my absolute pride and joy, and no, I haven't cut it up yet. And then I can see here I've got some other older ones. I've got, I think that one is Enchanted Forest, yep. And then this one, I love the colours on this, the World Fair. I still mean to make a book with that, I just haven't quite got round to it. I've got some artisan style. There's some, oh, I love this one. Winter Wonderland. I've got some rare oddities left, and a By the Sea, and just all sorts of some of the older collections there as well. Because like most people, I hoard it and I'm not too keen on using it. So in front of those, what I've got here, I've got all of my Graphic 45 chipboard pieces, and I've got stickers and all sorts of bits and pieces there. Some of these are quite old as well, because they go with previous collections that I haven't used. And then here on this side, I've got a little bag that's got all of my staples in. So in terms of metal embellishments, I've got some of those gorgeous lion door knockers. I've got some feet and some of the corners and all sorts of wonderful, delicious gorgeousness in there. And then finally on this side, I've got another little bag that's got kind of like miscellaneous items in. So it's got my stamps, it's got some ink, and it's got these red roses, which I am waiting for Christmas for. I'm going to make a little Christmas book. On the second tier, what I've got here are, at the front here, I've got a little bag that has got all of my ephemera and my journaling cards in. And then behind that, I've got a little packet that has got things like policy envelopes, it's got tags, it's got ribbons, it's got all sorts of bits and pieces in there. And then these two boxes here hold my 8x8 and 6x6s. So in here I've got some of my older 8x8s, so there's some rare oddities, portrait of a lady, and then I don't know if you remember these because these are going back a bit, but the 6x6 patterns and solids, so things like cityscapes, they're in 6x6 format. Which I have got, and then the other one has just got lots and lots of my 8x8 packets, pads in there as well. So the bottom tier, let me just put these away. My bottom tier has got everything else in. So there is my traveller's notebook, there's a little ATC packet here that I haven't quite done anything with. I've got a trifold folio, and do you remember these? I'm showing my age now. These absolutely wonderful Graphic 45 window shadow boxes. I've got a couple of the black ones and the white ones as well, but I've used those on something else. And then the other day when I was at a craft show, I found these. What a bargain. A couple of 8x8 inch matchbox books of £5. What a bargain. In as well. So that is how I store my Graphic 45 papers and ephemera. Dies too, of course, and I hope that's given you some ideas for how you might like to store yours as well. I'd love to find out more about how you store your Graphic 45 goodies, so don't be scared to share with me how you store yours, and I will see you all really, really soon. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.